So one of the challenges in here is love meets the needs of the one being loved, and that's really about not being selfish or self-centered. We always say that if you want to be selfish, you should stay single, right? Because while you're single, you can be as selfish as you want. I mean, even though it's not good in humanity to live selfish, you should, even as a contributor to the world and to humanity, you should express your generosity in other ways. But in particularly when you are in a relationship, you come to a relationship when it's not about you.
Right.
When equal submission and love and learning, right, becomes your highest priority, so that you can always do something for someone else, not necessarily because they do it for you. Because sometimes love meeting the needs of the one being loved is not about because they did it for you, you do it for them. I mean, that's so elementary, so girlfriend, boyfriend, so tit for tat. You know, if you treat me right, I'm gonna treat you right. Yeah, and sometimes it's like, sometimes your spouse don't have the capacity to give you what they need.
Right
That's why they need you to give it to them.
Right.
And one of the things that we learned is that people always want to make withdrawals out of a relationship that they haven't made a deposit. I'll say that again. People like to make withdrawals where they haven't made a deposit. In other words, you want things out of your relationships that you didn't put in.
Right.
So love meeting the need of the one being loved mean that you can make a demand or a withdraw from something if you know you placed it in your relationship. Then you know, I know that's there. That affirmation is there. That support is there. That unselfishness is there. That sacrifice is there. So when I need it to be a sacrifice for me, or if I need it to be unselfishness for me, I know that I put it in, and because I put it in, I know that I can ask for it or make a withdrawal. And so selfishness is not the way to go. Love meets the need of the one being loved means that your attention and your love is on making them feel loved and feel loved.
And I think that this is one of those things that will be really great in marriage, is in your unmarried life, that you start knowing who you are and knowing what you need. And based upon what you need, you're able to express that to the other person. Because sometimes we try to love people in ways that we want to be loved, or we feel like, or our theory of love, and we haven't even talked to the person that's going to be receiving this love.
Wow.
So what you might think is love, they're like, okay, that was nice, but that ain't really what I need. And we kind of learned that early on in marriage about certain things. But my grandfather would always make this joke about a husband and wife that, she was making him dinner, and so she, he said he wanted something to eat, and he told her exactly what he wanted. He said, I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And so she's slaving in the kitchen, and she's making him filet mignon with mashed potatoes and greens and everything, and she brings it out to him, and he's just looking, and she gets upset because she spent all of this time. And he looked at her and he said, I just asked for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because that's what I needed. But we want to interpret something in our own minds to make us look good. And really, that's really selfish love. That's not loving the other person in the way that they need to be loved. So something that's simple as a dinner meal.
Yeah.
But if you would have listened to the heart of the person, you wouldn't have had to go through all of those acrobats and all of that other kind of stuff. You could have just made you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and they would have been just happy.
Yeah.
So that same thing is with the individual that you're with. Find out what they need. You do that work on yourself. Find out what you need, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you feel loved, and then express that to the other person so that they can carry their lives loving you in the way that you need to be loved.
And when that person expresses that to you, listen.
Yeah.
Like, don't interpret, don't fill in the blanks, right? Listen to what it is that they say that they want, and give them what they want. Like she said, so it's not your own selfish, so you can say, hey, look what I did for you. It's not about look what I did for you. It's like, hey, I gave you exactly what you needed, and listen, don't interpret for each other. But it really goes on the work that she said you have to do first, because if someone asks you, what is it that I can do for you? How can I serve you? What do you need? What do you want? Or how do you like it? You need to be able to say what you like, how you need it, what you want, where you want it, so that they can give you what you need. And if you don't know you, how do you expect someone else to know you?
Right.
So spending time and being in a relationship is not the time for you to learn as a foundation who you are. Now, in the evolution of a healthy relationship, you're going to keep learning who you are over and over and over again. And the moment you find where you are, what you like, I'm a vegetarian now. I don't eat meat. I'm a pescatarian. I don't like sex like this no more. I don't like it like that no more. I don't drink that no more. I don't do that no more. As you learn it, communicate it so that your spouse can make the adjustment, but have patience to let them make the adjustment. But early on in the foundation, it's important that you know you so that you can teach somebody who you are, what you prefer, and what you like, so that they can love you the way you need to be loved, and you can love them the way they need to be loved.
Because you should relish on the fact, not relish on the fact of look how I loved you, but look how I listened to love you.
Yeah.
That's what you should celebrate. Show your spouse, show your partner, look how well I listen to how to love you, and then let me demonstrate that to you. So then we can celebrate on my listening skills, not my acrobatics of me doing my own version of love theory.
Yeah, love is focusing all of your strength and attention on loving somebody else. Take the challenge. Let's go.